let's get with the predictions. I'm going to start with the first one on the other side of the bracket just because I'm going to go with the least appealing, I think, as far as to the fans in general. It's not to say that it's not a good battle, but both performances I thought could have been better from last week. And I'm talking about KCJ and Prep. Who you got winning?
Man, I got Prep winning this battle. I think when the guy that you least expect to win the battle, they're the ones that have their backs against the wall. And I think Prep, if it could be the old Prep or the one that we just recently just saw, and if Casey put the performance that she put out, I think it's gonna go to Prep, because I think Prep is gonna get in her face. And Prep, one thing about Prep that he's good at and that nobody knows about, if you watch his past battle, Prep is really good at rebuttaling. And if you rebuttal one of Casey's bars during that battle, I think Prep has a huge advantage. And Prep could freestyle also. So I got Prep winning this battle in a 2-1.
And I don't think he's going to play with Casey, to be honest with you. I don't think he's going to come to play. And to everybody that thinks that Swave beat Prep, I understand that battle rap's an opinionated sport, but I had Prep winning that battle. Shout out to Swave. I thought Prep won pretty clear to me, 2-1. It was a good battle, but I still had Prep winning the battle. I know a lot of people thought Swave won. I'm going with Prep. But I do think Prep's going to beat KCJ as well. What I saw from Casey versus Twerk, obviously she won. I don't know why people are saying that Twerk still got around. I don't think so. He lost. He caught a third. Casey caught a 30. But with that being said, Casey's last two performances, I'm going to hold her accountable just like I do with Rum Nitty, because I'm a KCJ fan. Well, underwhelming. We're going to call it a spade a spade. It wasn't fire versus Twerk. Had Twerk showed up, I don't think she wins that battle. And it's not me being ugly about it. I just said she caught a 30. But her versus Bonnie wasn't fire to me either. That wasn't a fire battle from her. The last time we saw a fire KCJ, let's call a spade, was against Swamp. And that was what, in October? Maybe earlier? We're in May, people. We are in May. Prep, I thought him and Swave had a good battle. I think they had a good back and forth. I went with Prep. I think Prep won clear. We saw Prep versus JC. He beat JC a couple of months back. I think Prep, man, is on to something. I think he's figuring out who he is and where he wants to go with this battle rap stuff. Like you said, his rebuttals are going to be on point. His freestyling ability is going to be on point. And then his rhythms are going to be right. I'm going with Prep in this one. I'm going to say Prep wins this 30 in a 30.
Wow.
Gentleman's 30. I think he gets all 3 rounds. I think that Prep's not coming to play. Prep, to me, is one of the, like you said, one of the battle rappers that he's not coming to play. This ain't Prep, Cortez, Jack Boy Maine. They not here to play games. They here to win. They here to put some respect on their name. So I'm going with Prep at a gentleman's 30. I don't think it's going to be a clear body, but it's going to be every round he edges to me. So I'm going with Prep. All right. Let's go to Drugs versus Rum Nitty. Who you got?
Drugs versus Rum Nitty. I got Rum Nitty, man. I think this is a rematch. Rum Nitty
just happened recently too.
Yeah, Rum Nitty wins it again. It's a clear 2-1. You do that against Yoshi, but Rum Nitty's a different animal, man. And I got Rum Nitty winning this clear 2-1 nobody.
Yeah, I agree. To me, Rum, even though I like Drugs material a lot versus in the first round versus Yoshi, I don't see the angles in which he could take that with Rum. And then he just battled him. Now you got to write another 3 rounds for Rum. Rum is just going to punch your lights out. That's what he's coming to do. He's coming to punch your lights out. He's coming to punch. He's going to be able to do that. I think Drugs, it was so cool because of his angles in this past battle, but I just don't see it with Rum. So that's not going to work. So I'm going with Rum 2-1, possibly 3-0, edging every round. I got Rum Nitty. Okay, now the two interesting ones. I think one is more people's gonna go with that, but I'm gonna go with the Swamp versus Geechee Gotti. They were partners at
Man.
Double Impact.
Man, this battle is tougher than I thought, man. I think this is a really interesting matchup. Two different type of styles, and and I and I'm actually, I'll be honest with you, man. Like my dream matchup scenario as far as this bracket goes, this side of the bracket, I want to see KCJ and Swamp in the next round. That's what I want to happen.
Wow.
Because I want Swamp to redeem himself, and because I know that he's still licking his chops after that. That's my dream scenario that would happen, but I just don't think it's gonna happen. And man, I don't know, man. And I'm not trying to compare him to this football player. One guy I do not bet against in football is Tom Brady. And I am not betting against Geechee Gotti in this one, man. I just can't, man. Like I'm trying to figure out a way of what Swamp could do, but I just can't, man. And I just think Geechee Gotti is gonna win this battle. I think it'll be a 2-1 battle. I got Geechee winning this.
Okay. Man, I'm with you. This is tough for me, bro. This is a tough battle to call. Obviously, Geechee is Geechee, man. I just feel like they're gonna talk. You know, like two dudes that's gonna talk to each other. They're gonna have a conversation, and one's from the West Coast lingo, and the other one's from the South Carolina lingo, and it's gonna be a style of two styles that clash, but they're basically saying the same stuff to each other. They're gonna talk that street stuff to each other. I'm gonna go with the upset in this one. I'm gonna go with Swamp. I say Swamp gets Geechee 2-1. I think this is gonna be a very debatable battle. I think this is the battle of the night.
Wow.
But I'm going with Swamp, man. I am. I'm going with Swamp in this one. Geechee, you know, it's just how many times can Geechee battle? Geechee battles every week. I swear to God, it seems like Geechee battles somebody every week, and I just think that Swamp, you could tell he wants all he's talking about is this 100,000. He's taking it serious, and we know one thing about Swamp, one thing about Geechee. They're both gonna be prepared. They're both gonna come prepared with 3 rounds. So I'm going with Swamp in this one, 2-1 battle of the night. But if it's not battle of the night, everybody's picking this to be battle of the night that I'm talking to. I'm talking about Jack Boy Maine versus Cortez. Who you got?
Man, I got Cortez in this one, man.
Ah!
And I've thought about this even when the brackets came out. If Cortez was able to squeeze by against Official, Cortez has a good chance to win this tournament. And Cortez, he's going into the tournament where the BRC is showing him no type of love when this tournament started. Battle rappers not showing him any type of love. His battles continue to get vaulted on the URL, like one of the last ones getting released after he battles. I got Cortez, man. I think Cortez is just gonna be more hungry and determined than Jack Boy. And Cortez is very versatile, and he could actually rap to you and hit you with in different angles compared to Jack Boy. And I got Cortez winning this a clear 2-1.
Wow, okay. I'm concerned with a few things in this battle. Cortez, what concerns about Cortez? This is a new day and age, and I'm worried that Cortez he did great versus Official. He did great. But now you have 2 weeks to prepare for Jack Boy Maine. Can he get a lot of battle rappers, sometimes it takes them a long time to write. People, I'm one of the biggest Lux fans, but a lot of people say the Danny Myers of the world feel like, man, you got 6 months to prepare. You should be fire every time you come out and play. Can Cortez come back with something as fire as last week's performance versus Jack Boy Maine? That's interesting to me. Now with Jack Boy, Jack Boy is fighting for something. He's fighting for some respect on his name. Same as Cortez. But Jack Boy Maine, to me, like when I'm watching him rap, sometimes I feel like he loses concentration on his breath count. And it's like he loses himself sometimes. If he doesn't lose himself, I'm going with Jack Boy. I think Jack Boy is going to be more prepared for the 2 rounds. I think that everybody's just jumping on the Cortez hype. But Jack Boy Jack Boy has some bars versus T-Top, bruh. He was fire to me. So I'm going with Jack Boy in this one, 2-1. It'll be debatable as well if Cortez comes with 3 rounds like he did last week. But if he doesn't, Jack Boy could walk him in this one. But shout out to Cortez, man. I know, we working on getting him on this show. So but I got Jack Boy, man. I got Jack Boy in this one. That's
Okay.
it. So you and I actually have 2 battles different. I have Jack Boy, you have Cortez, and then I got Swamp, you got Geechee.
Yeah.
Swamp is my upset. I think an upset has to happen. We haven't really had an upset yet. I feel like all the other battles was pretty much predictable outside of KCJ and Twerk. But that was Twerk, not showing up.
I consider I kind of consider Prep over Casey as an upset.
No, I'm talking about the first round. Okay, the only first round upset, Jack Boy Maine over T-Top was an upset.
Yeah, that was an
upset.
Yeah,
that was an upset. I'm saying Cinderella continues, not to call Jack Boy Maine Cinderella, but you get my drift.
All right, so I think you announced your battle of the night, Geechee and Swamp. Yeah. I'm going with that battle too, Geechee and Swamp.
Who has performance of the night?
Performance of the night. I'm gonna give it to Prep, man. Prep's gonna have performance of the night.
I actually agree with that. I actually agree with you. I think Prep's gonna have performance of the night, but I'll go a different route just because you picked Prep. I'm gonna say Swamp.
Oh,
it's gonna take performance of the night for him to get for him to get this win. If he doesn't come with performance of the night, he's not gonna beat Geechee Gotti. So I'm going with Swamp in this one. But I see what you said about Prep.
All right, man. So there it is, man. The predictions for round 2. You'll see it on the YouTube channel. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. But this way has been NBS Uncensored, man. This is X. I'm Keo. And we officially signing off, and we'll see you guys next week.